jump net indicators are looking stable. Most of the nodes are within acceptable parameters, except for the one on tourmaline. Hopefully that one will remain stable, otherwise we may suffer a disconnection. No matter. Greetings to you, wingmates. Hope that wherever you may be, and whenever you may be, you're doing quite well. Today, I wanted to do something a little more relaxing. In the last stream, we finally completed the Homeworld Deserts of Karak campaign. Hello, Sir Dreener. Hello, Attenborough. How are you doing this fine time period? But yes, last time we completed the Homeworld Deserts of Karak campaign with quite a few sacrifices made, but it was quite enjoyable. So today I would like to do something a little more relaxing and play some Kerbal Space Program. Very enjoyable simulator. Also, I would like to get my docking skills back up to snuff. At least manual docking. Usually I have the computer handle it for me. Okay, when I say usually, I mean pretty much all the time. It's been years. So without further ado, let's move on to the simulation. Attenborough, you couldn't get much done on your art reps, but otherwise good. I very much understand that feeling. I have quite a bit of art to do, and so little time to do it in. Alright. We are already in our game. We are loaded. So, let's take a look at the tracking station. Ah, Kerbal. What a beautiful planet. Moon, Minmus. Excellent. And there is the sun that we orbit. So right now we are not looking to go that far. We have currently right now the Rodney Rendezvous probe. Let's fly that mission. So Rodney Rendezvous is a base component for our space station, or a refueling station. As you can see, this design has a single orange fuel tank. Let's take a look at the capacity. Due to the absurd capacity of this tank, we ended up using very little of the fuel and oxidizer to obtain this 200-kilometer orbit. However, it will be useful in getting craft to the moon and back, or perhaps for other launches. Either way, for this reason, we have provided it with a drone control system and with these docking ports, so that we can extend the station a la Mir from the 20th century Soviet space station. So far we only have two spacecraft that we have designed. The Rodney Rendezvous and I believe the Pants Browner Mark II. The Pants Browner was named for its obvious capabilities to brown your pants upon liftoff, or pretty much during any stage of its flight. So let's get out of this particular flight and let's go back to the Space Center. We'll let Rodney Rendezvous drift. Alright, let's go to the Vehicle Assembly Building and pull up the Pants Browner Mark II. Open. I'm going to prefix my rockets from now on. I really don't like the way this is organized. Alright, let's load the Pants Browner. So the Pants Browner is more than capable of reaching orbit on its own. However, since I am somewhat, since I have some difficulties with my ability to maneuver in orbit at the moment, I'm going to, I think, add an atomic rocket to it. So let's take a look at the engines, and we are going to probably use the Nerve atomic rocket motor. I am not certain this will be appropriate, but I think we can try it. Let's take a look at the mass in comparison to what we're using right now. So we're using the LV T45 swivel liquid fuel engine, which is a gimbaled, I guess, standard-sized rocket motor. Let's take that away. Go away, go away. There we go. So its total mass is 1.5 tons, whereas the nerve is 3 tons. Let's take a look at our staging here. Okay, let's see. Where in the design can we see the tonnage? Show all, please. Okay, let's see. So here we have stage 3, which is when we decouple and the second engine kicks off. Oh no, that's for the solid fuels. The calculations aren't exactly up to snuff here. I'm not getting any delta V for this craft proper. Let's see if I pull it off. Oh no, see, it doesn't count as a separate craft. This is considered the primary rocket. As you can see, the delta V, which is our ability to change speed, has spiked significantly now that our mass is far lower. So that will not help. As you can see, it dropped now that we slapped a few tons onto the craft. Let's see here. Actions, crew size, cargo. Cargo, new open launch. Alright, well, let's just do this manually. So our command pod weighs is about 0.75 tons, and the fuel tank that we are looking at, the standard sized one, let's look here at the fuel tanks. Now that's the orange tank, that is far too big. It's a fuselage for our aircraft. Another Rockomax tank. Oh goodness, this layout always bothered me. Ah, yes. There it is, there it is. So this fuel tank that we're using, the T400, is at 2.25 tons. So overall, this entire setup will be significantly more, will have significantly more mass if we throw on a Nerve atomic engine. However, we will gain very good specific fuel value for basically how much delta V we can get out of any given amount of reaction mass that we have on our craft. However, we may try a hybrid solution where we have some liquid fuel motors that we can manually turn off that have simply more thrust, because the thrust of the Nerve for its weight, so its thrust in vacuum is 60 kilonewtons, which is pretty dismal compared to the T45, which is not quite 4 times more with 215 kilonewtons. So even this Thud liquid-fueled engine, for a paltry almost ton, has 120 kilonewtons, but it's far too big. Let's see if there's any liquid thrusters. Oh, here's some small ones. Only 2 kilonewtons. So you know what, let's stop debating and simply go with what we had before, with the idea that we had before, which is the Nerve engine. So let's rip that off and get rid of the gimbal engine and stick on the Nerve. We will regret this. Okay, so we've definitely lost some delta V, but I think this is more than enough to reach Kerbal orbit. Our second stage now has significantly more delta V, and our lower stage has lost some due to the extra mass of the payload here. Okay, so with an additional payload, because we will need some more components for what we are about to do, I believe it would be keen to maybe add just a few more solid fuel boosters. Why not? Although these will require decouplers, and that is more than I'm willing to deal with. We could add some small liquid-fueled engines. We could do asparagus staging. And I think we may do some asparagus staging eventually. But this rocket may simply reach orbit on its own. So, for docking, we will need a docking port if we are to be successful. So let's make sure we add that. However, this parachute will have to go, since most of the docking ports are mounted on the axis. So before we forget anything, let's make sure we add a parachute so that we do not re-enter and then realize that we are plummeting to our demise. And now that we're here, actually, let's slap on a heat shield. Let's see, a bit too small, there we go. So, this heat shield will go onto the decoupler, and then the pod will go onto the heat shield. So this increases our mass by 300 kilos, but it does add much more significant protection against re-entry heat. Whereas the default pod can handle it, we were awful close to losing the pod due to the heat shield being inadequate on it. Let's see. This one is significantly larger. Alright. Now these monopropellant tanks are somewhat big, I would say, but they were big before, but now that we're doing some orbital maneuvering, I think it may actually be very helpful to have a significant amount of monopropellant for our reaction control systems, since we will likely be failing our docking passes several times. So coupling, we can have a Clampetron docking port, which is far too big. We can use the Junior, which should fit, and we can use, no, this one's far too big, and the Senior, which is absolutely enormous for the larger rocket fuselages. So the Clampetron Junior is only 20 kilograms, which is a paltry sum. So let's put the Clampetron Junior on board. Okay, so we have our docking port. That's the important part of this. Now let's make sure we have our parachutes. I believe this will be under, not command and control. It's not in coupling. Let's see here. Perhaps aerodynamics. No, those are scoops. Ground, thermal. Let's see here, fuel cell array. No, we're not going to use fuel cells. We will use the solar panels dotted along the perimeter of the fuselage there. Communication, science, cargo, utility. Ah, yes, it's an utility. So let's see, we need radial mount drogue chute. Let's see here. It's a half-sized radial mount version of the Mark 25. And the 25 is this one, which is fairly big. So we will only need 2 chutes, I think. Good evening, Mundo. How are you this day? It is a bit later than my usual transmission time, but I wanted to do this anyways, just to unwind a little bit. Let's see, what is the lightest radial mount parachute? Okay, comparable to the Mark 16. So I've been using the Mark 16, and not the Mark 16 XL, so we can use the radial mount Mark 2R. So, oh, that is very big. Can we get away with only having one? That will throw off the symmetry of the craft, and it will bother me to no end. But I think I am okay with that. So let's do bilateral symmetry, and make sure we have snapping. Oh, nope, that's not correct. There we go. Put it as high as possible so we have a lovely pendulum effect. Excellent. So now we have parachutes. That is very crucial, and we'll have to reorganize these staging groups. Okay, so we have batteries, important. We have solar arrays, very important. Monopropellant. Now, we have much higher specific fuel efficiency here. So this fuel tank should be adequate for our maneuvers, although we may actually fail to launch properly. I do not want to add more fuel to this stage, and I'm not sure I want to play around with more liquid boosters, so I think we can simply risk it. So let's get our stages back in order. Let's add a parachute stage, and we will be using stage lock this time. I made the mistake of not adequately doing that. Go. Okay, so our parachutes are in the correct stage. Where is the decoupler? Okay, so this is the upper decoupler that we want to be its own stage, because we will be separating out before our descent. We don't want this orbital module, the one with the atomic engine, to be clinging to us as we begin re-entry. So let's move this to this staging slot. Okay, looks like we're good here. Let's find our atomic motor and make sure it activates here with the decoupling of the first stage of the rocket. So we have our nerve motor and we have our decoupler. Okay, that is as it should be. Let's see here. So we have ignition stage, which is the main drive, and the solid fuel boosters, followed by the gantry blowing off. And then, once the solid boosters run out, we will also decouple them. Let's actually add separatrons. I have been cutting it far too close for comfort, so let's add separatrons. Okay, so these will be smaller rockets that we use to push away these boosters. And I want these rockets as close as possible to the center of mass of the Separatron, since that will keep it from yawing and potentially clipping us as it blows off our rocket. This may not be the ideal way to do it, but I'm okay with it. Alright, that's one Separatron, and let's add another one, because right now it will make this booster spin as it leaves. We're adding mass, but that is acceptable to me. And the Separatron only... it's fairly heavy, but we'll live with that. Okay. Let's add another Separatron. There we go. I think that alignment is acceptable. Looking good, looking good. So, let's make sure the Separatrons are activated during the blow-off of the solid fuel boosters. So let's see, these are Separatrons. Alright, let's move them into the correct stage. There we go. So this stage, stage 3, or the third sequence, is Separatrons, Separatrons, and there we go. Followed and including the decoupling. Okay, that is perfect. So let's call this I'm going to use the prefix HW for haywire. Actually, SP spacer haywire. And then we can call it the Pants Browner underscore Mark 3. Ugh, I don't like that. Underscores, there we go. So this is our rendezvous capable Pants Browner. It has no lights, but I think we will wait to dock in the sunward side of our orbit. Okay, I think this is acceptable, so let's save the vehicle, and let's go for a test launch, shall we? This will be a manned flight. This vessel has no remote controlled or manned command modules. Oh, did we lose... Oh, I see. The heat shield may actually not be allowed to... The heat shield may be blocking off the craft. So let's take a look. Or maybe it's the fact that we simply have an empty crew seat. Right, Jebediah Kerman. Actually, we've been using Jebediah for a while. I've never used Valentina. Let's assign Valentina to fly this flight. Excellent. Alright. And let us be away. Going to the Space Center now. Valentina Kerman, are you ready? Are you ready to become the first Kerbal to successfully rendezvous with a unmanned orbiting station? I hope you are, because you have no choice in the matter. Oh, this is dismally cramped. I would not want to, go out like this. Okay, let's go back. Oh, look at the little cute hands moving. I know, I have the pre-flight nervousness myself, Valentina. But don't worry, it's all for a good cause, it's all for good science. Okay. So it's dark, I really don't like launching. Let's warp till sunrise. Oh, that simulation is just not having a good time. Well, we'll be at sunrise soon enough. Alright, so let's take a look at the position of the Rodney Rendezvous probe. I think this is... Oh! Okay, well... This is what happens when you forget. Let's throttle up. Let's keep our liquid engine throttle not too high, because if we hit hypersonic speeds this low in the atmosphere, we are simply wasting our rocket power. All to friction. Yeah, I kind of failed on the countdown, Attenborough. Alright, we are hitting Mach speeds. Let's keep adjusting. Let's get that radial velocity component. Valentina is staying as calm as a cucumber. Oh, that is so much safer than than what we had before. Alright, so SAS is holding us stable. We need to raise our apoapsis to at least this height. So the Rodney Rendezvous is orbiting at around 200 kilometers. Let's see, so we are down to about 65% liquid fuel. So we are losing mass, so we will accelerate further and further, and we are pretty much exiting the densest part of the atmosphere. So let's keep up this burn. Our inclination is a little off, so I think we can adjust just a touch, just a touch. Yes, I think that is acceptable. So we may not actually make orbit. We may have to adjust this rocket. That's okay. It's a sacrifice of a pilot that I am willing to make. Alright. Let's adjust a little bit more. Okay, we are about down to a quarter of our remaining liquid fuel. And that is a great feeling when the trajectory grows taller and taller, faster and faster. Alright, we are getting close there. We are down to about 1/8 of our fuel. And we are about to hit that and cut off. And a little bit more burn. So friction will... Okay, we are out of atmospheric friction. So let's begin plotting an orbital maneuver at apoapsis. Let's see how much we need to circularize our orbit. Alright, let's make sure our periapsis and apoapsis in this lower left-hand maneuver box are roughly what we want, the same. Okay, no, that is far too big. We've gone overboard. We don't have much time. I really wish there was a pause feature by default. So this circularization is not perfect, but we will have to adjust our orbital parameters no matter what for a rendezvous. There is some eccentricity issues too, so let's adjust that while we're at it. Not perfect, but I will call it good. Oh, and so I'll explain the eccentricity later for anyone familiar with that, but I'm sure that many watching now have played some Kerbal. Okay, so we are using our stability assist system and our reaction wheels to maneuver to the correct direction, to the correct bearing for our burn. So our burn time is only 10 seconds. I think we may actually have enough liquid fuel for that. So we will watch our orbit like a hawk. Let's see here. So orbit node time is in less than 2 minutes. I'm not going to speed up the simulation simply because this is a little bit of a tight maneuver here. There's so little fuel. So let's see. We have 202. Okay, we absolutely will not have enough liquid fuel. As you can see, we need 1,421 meters per second of delta V, and our liquid stage will only at this point be able to give us around 202. So we will have to... You know what, let's start the burn early, because we are about to dump our... Alright, there we go. Let's just burn off that liquid fuel stage. This is a little ugly, but I definitely want to... Okay, there we go. So we've burned that off. Let's cut our engine. Blow off the stage. Engage stability assist. Oh, and we lost the maneuver. Alright, we're gonna have to redo this. Add maneuver. That is one thing I don't like, is when you blow off the stages, you lose your maneuver. So our burn time will be absolutely insane because the thrust on this particular rocket on this engine is so low. Yeah, as you can see, the burn time is now approaching 2 minutes, so we're already late for our burn. But that's okay. This is going to be a very nasty, rough orbit, so let's align ourselves and begin the burn. Okay. Let's leave map mode, and let's do Alt-L. Let's see, did we... Orbital info, approach info, docking mode, display staging. Let's see here. That's docking mode. Orbital info, no approach info. Oh, I'm using the wrong screen. Okay, so let's take a look. We are slowly circularizing, but it will likely be very off. And as you can see, we are actually going to have an orbital inclination, so I'm going to actually attempt to correct that. Let's cut off the engine and pretend that we are... Okay, so we are past that burn node, so let's... And we are actually falling now. You know what? That's fine. Let's just keep accelerating. So yes, the atomic rocket is has this wonderful caution symbol here. But otherwise it is a very low thrust engine. Let's see, how much delta V do we have left? We have about 550 at this point. So I think we should be able to reach a stable orbit, if not a clean orbit. And we are desperately low on liquid fuel. I think this mission is a scrub. Okay, I think, yeah, this mission is a failure. We simply do not have the delta V to even enter orbit, let alone rendezvous with the probe. So, unfortunately, we'll have to revert this flight. Revert to vehicle assembly. Okay. Pants Browner Chan. Yeah, she's, I undersized her. It's my fault. I'm a bad rocket papa. I'm a very bad rocket papa. Okay, so that clearly was a bit of a problem. So, we want to perhaps add more staging. I think we may want to keep this stage here simply because of the fuel efficiency. But I would like to add more stages to the bottom. So let's throw away all of our gantries, and unfortunately our solids. In fact, let's just replace or remove pretty much everything. Including, no, let's keep the engine for reference sake. So I think I won't do... I might simply double up some of this right here, so... Oh, let's see. So here's a twin bore. It looks like the Atlas rocket engine of 20th century Terra. Hello, Croaker. How are you this evening? I see there's a little picky looking at me. A bug in the system. Alright, so let's double up this particular set of fuel tanks. I will not be doing asparagus staging yet. I'm not that desperate. But I should really get onto asparagus staging. Alright, let's see here. Rocket fuel fuselage, long. That's for an orbiter. I'm not going to use that. That is not symmetrical the way I want it to be. I'm not going to go to the Rockomax yet. So there is a very interesting binary and trinary set of couplers. Or not couplers, but fuselage adapters, which I would like to use here. Oh, good to hear that you're doing well, Croaker. I am doing pretty well. I am enjoying figuring out how to make this work. Currently, we have unfortunately failed to have adequate delta V in order to orbit with our orbital craft here to rendezvous with our space station. So right now, I am reworking my rocket in order to resolve that. So, maybe we should go a little overboard. I don't want to waste anyone's time, so let's use a tri-stack coupler. This, unfortunately, because there's quite a bit of skin here, we may actually be wasting a significant amount of mass, but why not? I kind of like this look of the tri-stack coupler. More rocket is good, right? Yes, I think that is the case. To quote Albert Einstein, more rocket is good rocket. Which is exactly exactly what you said, Sir Dreener. Maybe you're Einstein in disguise here. We have Einstein himself visiting. Alright, let's get our fuel tanks going here. You always knew Einstein was a cool guy. That's right, Ray. I'm sorry to dox you like that, Professor. I didn't mean to reveal it. I'm quite a fan of your work. Hello, Ray. Hi, Melchior. Jelly waifu. Well, you know what? If you want a pinup of me, I'll have to make one day. A tasteful pinup. Ah, Sensei. Hello, Raiders. I hope the wingmates currently watching now greet you with heavy autocannon fire. No borders allowed. Hi, Sensei. I am working on a new and improved Pants Browner Mark IV in Kerbal Space Program. Brrt, brrt. Keep those autocannons blazing. Hello, searching for unicorns. How's your search going? And hello, Bunzel. Imagine a Dakimakura. It's a water pillow. Oh, that'd be very heavy. Somebody might have breathing problems if they, if they have that kind of pillow flop on top of them. That's like I don't know, handling a, oof, goodness. Quite the imagination there. I can't claim credit for the name Pants Browner. At this point, my memory is a little bit spotty and corrupted, but it was a viewer submission for the particular name. Lena Lionheart, good morning. You're applying your hemorrhoid cream. Well, that will probably reduce the chances of pants browning, but we are still flying on quite a dangerous ship, so I do recommend being a little bit liberal with the application of that particular cream. First Spacer merch will be one of those little jelly squishy toys. Yeah, with a minifig of me inside of the jelly. I like that. Yeah, you can squeeze me for stress. Maybe something with a voice box in it too. That'd be excellent. Cease and desist. There we go. We have our little trinity here, progressing nicely. I don't think I will be adding another coupler here. I'm gonna simply use struts, because struts are amazing. There's nothing wrong with using struts to make anything work. Is that in utility, or is it in structural? Yes, it is in structural. So we have our symmetry. Oh, like a water snake with a G.I. Joe in the middle. I do like that a lot. Shaking the jelly activates the voice box. This acceleration is too much for me! Oh no, pirates! There's a black hole in my jump route! Ah! I don't know what kind of lines I would have, but something like that. Something to that effect. Spaceballs 2. The quest for more Delta V is what we're doing right now. That is for sure. Okay, so we've added 3 more gimbal engines. Oh, Ray, you have connections at Hasbro. That is wonderful. That is going to be gonna have that toy out sooner than I expect. The voice box sounds just a little senile. Well, I may be turning senile due to the exposure to the really cheap Metastar fluid that I'm hovering in. The green stuff is universally known for causing defects of various kinds in your organs after prolonged immersion, but I'm just hoping I make enough money in order to obtain replacement organs eventually. But I try not to think about that very often. Okay, so we have a decent second stage, or first stage now, that will surround in solid boosters once again. Do I want to add another stage? just for the fun of it, just for acceleration. You know, I might as well do that. Let's have some fun. There are no mistakes, only happy rocket accidents, as Bob Kerman says a lot. Okay. 07, Bob Kerman, 07. Or is he still alive? Ah! Wrong Bob. There are many Bob Kermans in this world. Hello, Hollow Pilot. KSP, yes indeed. Your boy better make it back alive. You're just saying. Well, you know, I appreciate the motivational threats. It certainly gives me motivation. So let's add a proper decoupler to this stage. And let's add another engine. Something with quite a bit of thrust, so that we can actually kick into orbit correctly. Let's see here, Reliant. Let's keep using the swivel. And we'll slap on another fuel tank onto that. I was actually using Valentina this last launch. I had not had an opportunity to use her, so I thought I'd check out her performance. Okay, let's see. Where is the proper sized fuel tank? Too big? Let's go with something a little more appropriate. A little small, but we can slap on this. No, I do not want trilateral symmetry. I don't like you. Please, behave. Never mind. Those dreams were bad dreams. If the computer won't let us do it, it means we were doing something wrong. Okay, there we go. That's a better stack. Really, why am I doing this? I should have just used the bigger booster. Let's just use the bigger booster. Let's not dilly-dally. Okie dokie. Oh, what's this? A drain valve. Oh, interesting. That's a new piece of equipment. And we need another decoupler. I think we had one lying around in the build. Oh. Why is it behaving like that? Okay, we need another decoupler. If you're doing speed dating, be prepared to decouple. I don't know what I'm saying there. Okay, so we have a 3-stage rocket now. This looks very unstable. I think I'm gonna add some struts to this design. This is rather dangerous looking. Electrical, thermal, structural. Where is the structural component? Okay. Oh goodness. Come hither, come hither. Thermal payload, coupling. Oh, there it is, it's the crane. I'm a fool among fools. Alright. Triple symmetry. Let's start here. And just go here. And let's add some more bracing, because why not? Alright, and further bracing down here. This inspires confidence in me. This really does. Okay. We'll have to mess with the staging later. And let's slap on a number of radial couplers for our solid boosters. So let's roughly do it this way. And more in the middle here. Okay. And let's add the next radial decoupler. Does that look from the top? Oh goodness, we are clipping through. Okay, that looks fine to me. Let's add our solids. Where are the solids? Oh, this is a long boy right here. I have not met this little fella before. Hello, Apokoala. How are you? Welcome to the transmission. I am currently attempting to get this absolute atrocity into orbit, to rendezvous. There are many inefficiencies in the design, but I'm not one to care. Oh, okay, so I was definitely missing these. They added some absolutely monstrous solid fuel boosters while I was away. Oh, I was so used to this. There we go. Back to the thumper, the good old thumper. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Would you like to know a fact about llamas? Just use the big boosters. You know, the big boosters might burn a little too long. I think I will stick to using the thumpers for the time being. There we go. There is a lot of Delta V. Let's take a look and see how much they give us, the long boys here. Oh, that is absolutely impressive. The booster itself is essentially bigger than my rocket. You know what? Let's do a little absurdity. You know what? I will take that suggestion, Apaka Koala. I stand positively on that llama fact. One llama fact that I know is that Winamp kicks the llama's ass, but that is that may be a bit maybe a bit anachronistic at this point. What is your helpful llama fact? Holy moly, you can land on Pluto with that. With the inefficiencies in my piloting, I think we will barely be able to reach orbit. For Christopher Columbus's expeditions to the New World, there were no recorded cases of syphilis. Prior to the expeditions, the only species that had syphilis was the llama, the sexy, long-necked sheep of the New World. A Pakoala, that is very fascinating. I think there are many implications that arise from that particular statement. That is, I'm still processing that fact. It is burning out my neural connections here. Columbo. Columbus Chama, what have you done? Oh my, yeah, that is something. Oh, we have another incoming llama fact. Alright, let's add some nose fairings here. Perfect. Now, when we hit hypersonic velocities only 100 meters from the ground, perhaps our craft will not melt. That is my hope, though, however. Okay, so let's add gantries. Before we forget, I will be under structural. Let's add the gantries so that they do not intersect our craft. Okay, that is acceptable, I think. Let's add another set of gantries. Perfect. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. I'm guessing the nape really is the most stimulating part of an Earth creature. I haven't heard that word used since I was thinking about Attack on Titan, or watching it. That show was quite gory, although not as gory as could be. The strain of gonorrhea in koalas has a very similar story. They say we got COVID from eating undercooked pangolin. I have other theories. Oh no. Oh no. Koala, what? Why do you bring these tidings of doom, these facts? They are shredding my mind. Oh my. Let's put some boosters on this so these solids don't destroy our craft. Let's get our staging down before we do anything else. Let's see. Let's make sure we get our solids onto the second stage. Let's move all of the solids into their own stage. There they are. And let's take a look at our 3 primary engines. There's a lot of weird animal reservoirs. Armadillos have leprosy, and ground squirrels have the plague. Yes, zoological reservoirs of disease are definitely a serious concern, and since Animals don't really talk about how sick they're feeling, and you simply can't test them all. It's definitely going to be an eternal problem, even on terraformed worlds where there are wild and uncontrolled animal populations. Especially the ones where they don't radio tag all of them. The apologists have tons of facts that are disturbing like that. And yes, Attenborough, failing sanity checks. If you launch before it falls down, you don't need launch arms. That's a good attitude. That is a good attitude. I definitely have done launches off the ground before, but I like having this extra, 20 meters of elevation. I think that makes me just feel happy. Okay. Let's get these engines all... Okay, so that's our next stage. That's the third. Let's get these couplers, or the solids, onto their own stage. Where's the next coupler? Okay, there we go. All of the couplers are in their blow-off position. Let's see, we will need to... Okay, let's make sure we put our parachutes last, and then we add our orbital module detachment to its own stage, and then we can add the kickoff for the nerve engine here. Okay, so nerve, decoupler, and parachute, and these are lower stages, so we want them to kick off during launch. Oh. There we go. Let's take a look here. What do we have? So we have one of the liquids and the other liquids. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so all of the liquids are where they should be. And then we have this overlap. I think that is a glitch. Oh yeah, go super high. Just drop it and launch. Think you're not going to make it with 6 long boy boosters? My confidence was a bit shaken by the last launch, but I think I will make it this time. I definitely think that. Plus, we added a whole nother stage. So if this doesn't make it, I will be quite upset. Is that a picture of you? Is that picture of you a self-portrait? So my confidence is awesome. I think I'm confident now too, though. This is a artistic representation of my current state. There's details that I have excluded, but I am my own avatar papa. So, considering my skills in all aspects of my myriad hobbies, there's going to be a little bit of something lost to artistic interpretation. Okay, let's get back to the staging. It's haunting, I must have it. Well, you are free to screen capture, and my Twitter is open to the public, and there is a picture of it on my Twitter. The link should be in my Twitch channel. Okay, let's see here. Okay, second stage, decoupler. Let's have that kick off as soon as the engine kick off as soon as it decouples. Just for simplicity's sake, while we keep these two upper ones separated. Okay. So we have... Oh, no, that's the entirely wrong stage. And then we have this decoupler with this. Yes, correct. Let's separate the decoupling operations. How many stages is this? Well, 3 liquid-fueled stages, one of which is atomic-powered, and a solid fuel booster stage. So I suppose 4 or 3, depending on what you count detachable boosters. Sure, we're confident. Sure, we're confident on that caller, though. We're in denial right now. I've never used atomic in this game. Is it good? It has a high specific value for its I guess fuel consumption, although it has dismal thrust. Very dismal thrust. Okay, so we have our decouplers here, our gantries, our liquid fuels, our solids. Then we follow this with ignition and separation of stage 2 from stage 1. Then we have separately staged separation of the orbital module, stage 3, and its engine ignition. And then we have separation of the capsule and then parachutes. Okay, so let's add to the coupler, the radial coupler separation here. Let's add some separatrons, because these long boys may actually cause us some serious trouble if they bonk into us. So let's put it at the center of mass so we have a direct kickoff without any, or without much rotational acceleration. Lena Lionheart. We shall call this rocket Mr. Rapid Unscheduled Disassembly. It may come down to that, unfortunately. I think because this design is such utter overkill, I may use it for a moonshot. Now do it at the top so it makes a pretty flower below you. I know that the Korolev cross is desirable. So the center of mass of the empty booster will be here. And while I understand that no matter what, when you have a separate mass, I suppose we'll consider the booster a point mass, a spherical cow. All right, Apokoala, if this causes the destruction of this rocket, which I doubt it will, I will say nasty things about you. In the chat, I will take time out of my day to pull out my keyboard and say nasty things about you. That is a threat. I will say things like, Apokoala does not know how to build rockets that don't implode on themselves. And oh, that's just me getting started. You are not ready for the level of burn I'm going to bring down upon you. All right, come on, Separatrons. Let's get symmetrical here. Okay. This won't be a Korolev cross because I don't think that this will be a Korolev triangle. If it hurts you, give me mod and I'll ban myself for 10 hours. I see this entire thing was just a ploy for me to let down my guard with friendly banter and make you a moderator so you could hurt the rest of my wingmates. I see. You're a pirate, aren't you? You're a pirate infiltrating this feed. I knew this would happen. But I didn't know it would happen so soon. Yes. Hello, Mao. How are you doing? Are you giving out mod status? Oh! Mao, you sniffed that out with your acute senses, didn't you? There was talk of moderation. Pirata. Yes. No, Pacoala, I won't ban you, but I will be quite cross with you. Okay, let's make sure that staging is correct, all banter aside. So here we have our gantries, or our radial decoupler stage. Oh, no, that's the wrong motor. Psych, that's the wrong motor. Let's make sure all of our separatrons are in the correct slot before we cause a tragic incident. An unhappy, tragic incident. Okay. Staging appears to be more or less acceptable. Yes. No harikiri. You don't have to go that far. You don't have to overload your reactor on my behalf. Mundo, don't mod the Mao. I'll take that under advisement. I don't think there's any mods going out right now. Don't ban me. I don't want to go to jail already. Oh no, Croaker, you're safe. It's Apokoala who is causing the disturbance here. Okay, I think this is acceptable. I think it is. He can smell the poop posting possibilities. My sanity! Oh, Attenborough, I'm so sorry. Apokoala, you have 3 more disturbing facts. Well, 3 more disturbing facts and 3 more chances for me to lose my mind. Why not? And now she's divorced. Oh, goodness. All right, let's save this ship before we forget anything. Oh no, it has overwritten. Oh well, it is now the Pants Browner Mark III. The Pants Browner Mark III 1. This is the Pants Browner Mark III bis, technically. Or Star, if you want to go by ancient British numbering convention. Oh yes, this is the Lee Enfield Mark III Star, Sub-Mark II variation this. They didn't go that far, but still. Okay, let's go to the launch. Oh, once again, we have no pilot. Valentina, you're up. Let's do this. Pattern 8. Here we go. Oh, that's jiggling. The big booster boys are jiggling. Okay, let's wait till daytime. Come on, simulation. You have this. Alright, let's, before we forget, turn on SAS once the simulation completes the warp. SAS is active. Our boosters are jiggling. Looks like we are good to go. I should have braced them. I really should have braced them. Okay, we are... That is good enough. Oh, here we go. Always do that. I always think that I'm playing Homeworld, and this is terribly wrong. This is terribly, horribly... Oh. What is going on here? Yeah, PB chat. Your thrusters are jiggling by themselves. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, I didn't ignite my gimbal engines, so I have absolutely no control, and I forgot my aerodynamic vanes. Nobody saw that. The stream just started. Revert to, revert flight. Yes, let's revert the flight to vehicle assembly. Yeah, now that did look good, but I think the definitions of good are very variable depending on the person in question. I think maybe another contact point on those boosters. Yes, more bracing indeed. Alright, let's go to structural. I will rendezvous with that blasted satellite, even if I have to use all the struts in the world. Alright. Another set of struts. Oh, we do not have symmetry on correctly. Let's retry that. We need triple symmetry. Perfect. Struts, struts, struts. We're going to sing the strut song. It goes like this. Ree! Incoherent screaming. Alright, let's add some bracing at the bottom. Better safe than sorry, but we're gonna be sorry no matter what. There we go, there we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so let's add some control vanes for aerodynamic flight. In fact, we can even put them on the boosters. But that's what happens when you have a slightly off-kilter launch and you have absolutely no way of correcting yourself. So let's put some fins onto the rocket. Winglets, winglets. No, not the basic fin. Let's go with the advanced, larger winglets. Let's see. Do we want to put them on the rocket proper? We'll put them on the boosters. It'll look svelte like that. Alright, one set of fins. Winglets, and another set. Perfect. That should stabilize the launch a little bit. Alright. Save the pants browner. Excellent. CFT. Eeg. CFT 2. Hello. There's a reason people call struts space duct tape. You are quite correct. I'm duct taping this pants browner boy with the long boosters quite a bit. We'll see if there's any jiggle. Let's go to the launch site. More duct tape. Has caused many problems, but we're not in a position to bargain here. So let's advance to daytime. Let's make sure SAS is on. Do you use auto strut normally? Zensei, I was not aware of auto strut until recently, and I did not actually use it. And I realized that there is a right-click option in the more what was the option called? Well, in the more options option, I suppose. Alright, SAS on. Let's take a look at the map. Let's not hit spacebar because we are not playing Homeworld. There's a very nasty habit from the Sensors Manager in the Homeworld games. Oh, the map is spacebar. I should just remap it, honestly. Advanced tweakables, yes, yes. We are tweaking very hard. Okay. And full throttle. Actually, let's dial down our liquid engines. They're basically there for gimbaling, nothing else. And we are a go for launch. Engine, gantries away. Here we go, here we go. Excuse me? We have a severe disbalance. Now, all the engines are burning. Okay, what happens when we cut off the liquids? Yeah, it's a bit of a pain to add them, but they help a lot with reducing wobble. That is indeed, I think, the case. Okay, I'm not quite sure what that issue is. That man is listing lazily to the right. Man, he knows some maneuvers. You know, that was entirely uncontrolled. In fact, we have lost control completely, and we are hypersonic. And we still have quite a... Oh no, we are hitting plasma in Atmo. Oh, this is very, very scary. This is very, very bad. Oh, this is not good. Oh, no, 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 no. What is going on here? SAS, you were supposed to fix this. This may not be... You may not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like. Okay, you know what? I think we actually have a construction glitch. There may be a phantom engine. Because see, we have 4 liquid-fueled rockets, but we only have 3 nozzles, so there is a phantom engine. This is a serious problem. We're gonna have to revert the flight. Okay. I have not dealt with phantom engines before, but I think triple symmetry on these extendos, these splitters, is a serious issue. Okay, let's get rid of that. And let's see, do we have any more? Oh, yep, there's the phantom engine. Kerbal Rocket 5, the phantom engine. I'm nuclear. I'm wild. Alright, back to our gimbals. Back to our gimbals. Here we go. Here we go. Triple symmetry. Our triple simmy here. Yes, perfect, perfect. A jumbo. Koala, you intend to make me perish because I haven't adjusted my staging. And I'm not using any kind of mod that makes staging logical. This is as vanilla as it can be, and in fact I don't even have the DLC. Okay, alright, I think we're good, I think we're good. Let's save the pants browner again, and let's launch. Koala's boundless excitement. Okay. Here we go, here we go. Let's go back to daytime. You may have launched in the darkness, but I was built in it. Assembled in it. Okay. And we are go for launch. Valentina Kerman, prepare to maybe be the first Kerbal to dock with a space station. Take 4 or 5 maybe. Throttle up, throttling to 25% or to a third throttle. And we are clear. SAS on, ignition. And once again we are leaning. Once again, we are leaning, and me saying that is not changing the fact that I am still leaning. There is something very, very atmospherically incorrect about this rocket craft. But no matter, we will simply cut our throttle now and go hypersonic. On solid fuel boosters alone. Okay, no, we need throttle. We need to gimbal. You know what? We're gonna have to throttle up just so the gimbals can actually correct our flight here. Please behave. Please behave. I don't want to be hypersonic in Atmo. Oh no 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 no. Oh, what are we even looking at? Oh, the humanity. Oh no no no. Let's blow those off. No! Okay, there is something terribly wrong with this rocket design. Alright, now let's revert flight, revert to launch. Okay, let's try throttling up to 100 and seeing if the gimbals can handle this. I love that we get to see the pilot in your pickle jar window over your shoulder. Oh, I see it. I have a little friend. Valentina is visiting my acceleration tank today. Alright, it's time warp. Time to play Spin the Bottle with a nuclear missile. Yes, that is a fun pastime for pirates and militaries alike. Alright, SAS on. Full throttle. Let's see those gimbals work. Go, go, go. Okay, that's a little more stable. Okay, so the issue was this design is hideously disbalanced, and I simply need to have the gimbals at full power. Okay, this is much more acceptable. Let's go to the map. Let's go to the map. Okay, we are slowly rising. We are probably going to hit hypersonic in Atmo again. Let's throttle down. No, let's keep the throttle pretty high. Please, stability assist, do your thing. This is an involuntary gravity turn. Absolutely involuntary. We are gaining some unwanted inclination. No. Oh boy. Okay, did we lose any parts? No, I think we're okay. Alright, let's adjust ourselves a little bit here. Let's just go with prograde. There we go, there we go. I always forget to use the automatic stability feature. Stay prograde, please. Stay prograde. Sail! Was that by, Imagine Dragons had a song? Or was it AWOL Nation? No, it was AWOL Nation. Oh, this inclination is terrible! And we're about to run out of liquid fuel. Oh my, what have I done? Cut that off, cut that off. Well, this will take some orbital maneuvering. In fact, I could probably hit Moon with this. Oh no, oh no. Alright, let's do a maneuver fairly early on here. Okay, what are we gonna do here? I am loath to do this. Let's burn retrograde. The, Sergei Korolev, the patron saint of rocket design, is currently spinning in his grave. Just the way my rocket is spinning. Oh, this is just tragic. This is tragic. I do not deserve my name. I simply don't. Just call me Haywire from now on. Alright, let's see what we can do about this absolutely insane apoapsis. Grounder Haywire. Alright, we finally lost our staging. Let's leave map view and see how bad this will be. Alright, let's blow it off. Stage SAS, and let's continue the deorbiting burn. Okay, our apoapsis is approaching something vaguely acceptable. Dismal, dismal, dismal. Okay, you know what? Let's simply circularize. I don't think we're not gonna do too well here. Okay, so let's circularize so that our periapsis is at what our desired altitude, which is 200 kilometers. Okay. Slowly cranking it up. There we go. Let's fix that maneuver a little bit. Okay, that is acceptable. So, this eccentricity is awful. But my intersect will happen later, so let's not do anything until we get at the intersect of this orbit. Okay. Radially... You know what, let's not mess with this any further. Okay, let's adjust to maneuver. And our burn time is in 2 minutes and 44 seconds, and our burn time is 47 seconds. So we will actually have to go to the next stage in order to complete this maneuver. That is just sad. We only have 934 meters per second left in this current stage. Well, no matter. So let's accelerate time just a little bit. Let's start the burn at around negative 25 seconds or so for that symmetry. Excellent orbit if you're an ICBM. Yes. Okay, here we go. We're ready for... Excuse me, why did you up the burn time? All right, let's just go. Let's do that burn. How's our circularization going here? Progressing, progressing. I do not think the nerve engine I have will actually be able to resolve this this serious blunder I have made. Oh my, oh my. It's amazing. I have been able to reach orbit and dock without issue before. But when someone is watching over my shoulder, that is an impossible task. Staging. Oh dear. Okay, so we are staged, but we clearly have not circularized. Okay. We're gonna have to do some dirty work here. We will be circularizing here. Very unpleasant, very unpleasant. Okay, let's see here. Let's get our periapsis to 200, roughly. Oh, this is a fatal eccentricity. Oh, no, our apoapsis is far too high. What am I looking at? Oh, this is very bad. The rocket landed just on the wrong planet. Once the rockets are up, who cares where they come down? I agree with that sentiment. I absolutely agree with it. Alright, I'm gonna revert this flight to vehicle assembly. There is something off about the way this triple stack works. So, before I do anything else wrong, I'm gonna pull off these boosters so that we don't lose them. I'm gonna strip away these gantries. And I'm simply going to rip off this bottom stage. I'm sorry, but this is not working. I'm going to just use... Oh. I'm simply going to use a standard large tank with a large engine. This triple assembly was a mistake. Just hits the self-destruct button. Hello, Princess. Yes, I am quite miffed by what has happened here. But I will have my vengeance on this orbit. I will. Alright, let's get an adapter. for sizing here. That might be in... No. These are intakes. Let's see here. Adapter. Okay. There's the Rockomax adapter. Okay, now we need a coupler. Back to the coupler. Structural. No, couplers. Okay. Alright, let's get a coupler on this. Uh-oh. I now have a phantom craft situation here. Mm-hmm. Reroute. Select 2 or more parts to reroute. Select parts to put into place. Okay. Mission mailed. We'll get him next time. Okay, I think I need to build a fuel tank, or else it won't attach. This is no longer considered my primary craft, so I need a jumbo fuel tank. There we go. Oh no. I may also need an engine. So let's use the Mammoth. More thrust. Oh wow, I have seriously messed up this particular design phase. This is impressive. I've gotten myself into a bit of a pickle. Okay. I have way too many ghosts here. Let's see here. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Absolute chaos indeed. Oh, what are you doing? Give me my controls back, please. Please! Well, it has decided to lock up on me. I have broken this completely. I am so impressed. That or I'm panicking. Okay. Okay, let's load the Pants Browner Mark III again. Come here, Pants Browner. There we go. Let's try this again. Let's just strip everything away. Congratulations, want a cookie? I think I am good without a cookie, but that is okay. Let's get rid of this. Oh, no. Yeah, these triple components are you kidding me? Okay, so I think I think understand why this was not working at all. Why this was just completely failing. This right here was doubled up mass. There were literally 2 phantom fuel tanks and at first a phantom engine. That is just awful. Wow. So that's why I was losing my mind. I was like, I designed this. It's symmetrical. There's gimbals on it. And no wonder no wonder everything was off. I have literal ghost fuel and ghost mass. Ooh. Jeez Louise. And once again, I have locked this up. Okay. Let's see here. Tool move. Tool rotate. Tool place. Let's place another fuel tank. Okay, it's sort of working. Okay, let's rip that off. Let's throw that away. Never using the triple couplers again. Never. Oh, okay. Ignoring all of that, let's just go with the Mammoth. I have no patience for failure any further. Let's go with the Mammoth, and let's throw on some more fuel onto this stage. And let's get to the engine. Yes. The Mammoth. Let me see. Thrust, 4,000 kilonewtons. How many times have I crashed? Ah, hello, Niwa. Yes, yes. I have, so far, crashed, I believe, 2 or 3 times. But... or maybe I'm making that up. But I have also simply failed to achieve a proper orbit. I had parts that were phantom. Essentially, the ship was glitched and it was completely disbalanced, and that was causing me some significant issues. 8,000. Ah, Princess, you mean to say 8,000 kilonewtons on the Mammoth? The thrust here in vacuum, at least, is 4,000. Okay, let's add that coupler. The adapter. Where is the gigantic adapter? I must have the gigantic adapter. No, no, no. That is the incorrect component. Oh, 8,000 crashes. I would say 9,000. We want to be over 9,000 crashes. Oh, these are all small adapters. I think I'm in the wrong section for the adapter that I am looking for. Let's just look for all adapters. FL10 adapter, another Rockomax, a girder adapter. Or I could be mistaken, there may not actually be an adapter sized for this tankage. Or I'm simply not searching for the right thing. I think I had this problem last time. Or we could use an undersized adapter. That would work. That would work too. Pods. Structural. Command and control. It might be under fuselage. No. Fuselage. Oh, goodness. One death later, indeed. Every time these large-sized fuel tanks, the largest ones available, they always get me in terms of finding a way to couple them correctly to the other craft. I swear I can never find that blasted adapter. Oh, please behave. Just give me what I want, and no one will have to suffer any further crashes. Okay, we'll use the undersize. That's fine. That's fine. I'm totally not upset. Everything is déjà vu. This is almost the right size. Okay. Let's add a coupler here. And we will obviously be using struts to make sure this stays together. Couplers. Here's our T12 decoupler. Slap the rocket back onto it, and our staging is once again messed up. Oh, this looks dismal. But more reliable looking, at least. Fewer oddities. Okay, let's add... For the whole part, let's enable auto strut. Heaviest part, root part, grandparent part. Not quite sure what this implies since I have not used it. Let's try root part. And where is the struts? Where are the struts? Come here, the struts. Structural, of course it's structural. Alright. Let's add with 4-way symmetry struts to this object. I don't think auto strut is working the way I wish it to. There we go. Let me throw that away. Burn it. Well, I'm not quite ready to burn with this rocket, so we'll have to wait just 1 second. Auto strut. I'll try to attach everything to the root part, aka the main body, whenever possible. Oh, I see, I see. So when I did this... Alright, so I will auto strut this whole assembly, I guess. Well, one, I will also drag it up so that we have a little more launch height. So auto strut. When you select grandparent part, it'll try to attach to the part you just attached to. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will need to read the tutorial for that. Auto strut is not my forte. Let's get some boosters on this. And let's use the long boys once again. And let's use... let's use 8 of them. We're insane. Just a little pained in the brain. Go. This is a moonshot vehicle. We're just gonna use it for orbital work, though. If you have struts stuck to your root part and you don't have a separator ring, you won't be able to separate anything, lol. It'll be like a rigid complete part with no joints to separate from. Ah, yes, yes. I think I put a coupler ring onto here. Yes, I did. There it is. And the rest of it already should have coupler rings from what I had before. Okay, so let me put the long boy boosters on. No, not the kickback. Not thumper. Oh, it was the kickback. It just looks, it pales in comparison when looking at this craft. Alright, so we're gonna have to move these down. I don't want them scorching my engines. There we go, fantastic. Slap another set on. They are not the same height. Acceptable. Alright, let's get a aerodynamic nose cone onto that. And you won't behave now either. Alright, let's remove the symmetry then. Never mind then. As you wish. Check the mass stress force the strut can withstand versus the decoupling force from the ring thingy used to separate rockets with. Alright, let's take a look here. So, decoupler. Force percent 100. I need to check the actual decoupling force here. Ejection force 100. Oh, it's an abstract value. And this strut here. Now, the strut does not have a calculation on it right now. So, Dreener, you think it's too big? Oh, for the nose cone. Yeah, it might not be the correct fitting size. Let's try these caps. Oh, that cap fits. Thank you. That is a great tip. Some of these are awfully obtuse. Excellent. Gotta check the strut thing. Oh my, I do not wish to admit that I am... Let's see, so I'm right-clicking on the strut. I'm not getting anything. Let's see here. Struts. Auto strut disabled. If the strut has no value, is it 0? Yeah, this one has no value when I pull up the menu for it. No, you think the strut is an element? An element, you say? Okay. Actions, crew, cargo. No. Oh, auto strut. Maybe. So we have auto strut. So auto strut is in the menu. Oh, the menu where you pick the parts. Yes. So we go to structural. So here's our strut connector. And it has a shear strength of 150. 150, I suppose, abstract units, whatever that value is. So I've had no issue with the decoupling using struts. I think automatically struts break off if there is a decoupler between the part. You know, we can do a quick little test actually. Let's launch with what we have. Oh, well, let's add a pilot. Let's just do a little bit of an experiment here. And I have no idea what the staging is. Okay, the staging is completely off. The decouplers aren't there. Okay, so I have a decoupler, and I cannot manually decouple it from the menu here. Okay, I will have to fix that. Revert flight, revert to vehicle assembly. You can auto strut after you enable tweakables in the advanced setting. I do have auto strut enabled. The one thing I have not done is enable it on the craft. I suppose the primary issue is, since I'm unfamiliar with auto strut, and it would not necessarily be the best thing for me to read the wiki right now, I am not sure which option to use. Heaviest part to auto strut, root part, or grandparent? Oh, grandparent? Thank you, Vesak. I will take that advice then. Does drag factor into decoupling? Maybe that's why it works. Okay, well we'll have to try it out. But this stabilization is definitely important for the launch. And I think these big boys will also need quite a few struts. What is the separation force on these radial decouplers? Let's see here. So the radial decoupler, if we look at its statistics, it has an ejection force of 260, so no wonder it was... Oh, you know, the decoupling combined with the engine kicking off may have been what causes the struts to decouple, or to come apart. Alright, let's unpin that. So now that we have auto strut enabled, which is grandparent part, let's pull this off and slap it back on again with four-way symmetry. Let's see if it auto struts. Well, nothing happened, so maybe it doesn't require a strut. Okay. Or there may be some issues there. No, those couplers are struts by themselves for the boosters. Yes, they are, and I'm using them for separation. The strut that I'm talking about, I suppose, is in structural. It's this, the strut connector. Part of the fun of Kerbal is all the experimentation and tumult, lol. Yes, it is. What you need to do is to put in reverse boosters. Small ones. Okay, now I'm just being trolled here. And you stage them so they act with the decoupler. Oh, I see. So no ripping off. That is extra mass, but I suppose with the sheer amount of mass that we have here, it should not be an issue, especially if they're solids. Okay, well, before I go any further, let me put some separatrons so I don't forget. Okay, I am very lazy. I'm just gonna slap the separatron here, I think. I do not want to do paired separatrons. Let's see, so I wanted to push sideways. Let's try this. Goofy, but I don't care. This is dismal. This is a bad idea. So let's see. So the thrust axis. So the center of mass will be here. The thrust axis will be this way. So in fact, this will actually spin right into the rocket. That is a problem. I'm a fool. I am a fool. No. Put them on the main body. They pull on an opposite vector to your boosters. Yes, indeed. My statics is a little rough right now. See, and if I do that, it will spin. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't get away with only one booster. I wish I could just simply slap one right in the middle here, but that unfortunately won't work. I will need a pair of separatrons, lest it goes spinning during launch. One of the things I wish was automatic was separatrons. I really don't like adding separatrons. Okay, there we go. Let's even that out a little, so we're nice and pretty. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. T-Mech Engineer. Rust. Yeah, I've had some experience with mechanical engineering, although it is far more limited than yours, I'm going to assume here.
Let's see here.
Yeah, that was a bit of a statics mistake that I made there. Essentially, the only way this would help would potentially being able to stick the thruster right in the middle here, but that would of course char the body of the fuel tank, which we do not want. Okay, so we have our Separatrons for that Korolev cross. All right, this is looking better. I know that these jiggle, so I'm gonna put struts on them. Let's see here. Back to structural. Let's put some struts at the top here, and I'm gonna be pretty lazy with them. Not gonna do them symmetrically. And some at the bottom. Now I do want some, oh my, that did not go as planned. Let's try that again. Should connect to the fuel tank. Okay. Alright. Let's get some gantries going. There we go. That is acceptable. We're quite tall. I do not think that would actually ever be supported by such thin metal with so much fuel on top of it, but that's okay. Let's see, let's add some aerodynamic control surfaces to this. Alright. That will be under aerodynamics. Let's add our favorite winglet. And we can lose that mass once we are out of ammo, which I think these boosters may get us completely out of ammo. That might be too many winglets, but why not? More control, more drag. More drag for everyone. Right, we have our coupler here. Alright, let's fix the staging once again. Parachute is on its own. That should be stage 2. Or that should be the second staging. Let's look at our couplers here. Let's find this coupler. That's that motor. Let's move it separately. Let's find the coupler. Coupler, come here. There it is. Alright. Okay, so that is our break-off coupler from stage 2. So this is going to be... This needs to be the second to last, because this is our pod separate. Oh, no, that's not the pod separation. That's where pod separation is, okay. So let's see, fire engine. There we go, that's the correct separation sequence. Then we want this particular engine to go from the bottom and be right here. No, that's not at all where it needs to be. Here. Let's add another stage for the radial decouplers. Here they go. Alright, excellent. Let's see, so we have stage 2 kickoff here with the engine and the separation. That is correct. So we want our first to be the Mammoth. Okay, the Mammoth is here, excellent. It can be the first to ignite, along with all of the solids. So here's the 4 solids, and here are the other 4 solids. These are all Separatrons, so we need to put them at the radial decoupler stage. More Separatrons. Okay, excellent. So that is our decoupling. This is stage 2 ignition and separation. This is stage 3 separation. This is stage 3 ignition. This is capsule separation, and this is parachute. Excellent. Gantry, Mammoth kickoff, solid booster kickoff. Perfect. Alright, what are we missing in this situation? I think the rest should be okay. Let's add some Separatrons to stage 1. Just in case the struts don't want to go. I am now paranoid about that. Thank you, Niwa. Separatrons, they're back in the engines. Alright. Let's flip it upside down. And we'll have 4. I think that should be more than enough. And the Separatrons should go to stage 2 separation. Oh, we selected the wrong set of boosters here. Okay, where did you go, Separatrons? Oh. Okay, let's try that again. Please stop misbehaving. Kerbal, you're making me lose my mind. Where did the Separatrons go? Primary engine. Oh, there they flew all the way up to the top. Okay, so now we have ignition, separation motor ignition, and separation proper. Ooh, all right. This deserves a new name. This is the Mark IV. That is IV. There we go. Let's save this design. Do we have a pilot? Yes, we do. Valentina. Still braving this absolute monstrosity. Alright, double checking. Parachute is last. Separation of capsule. Ignition of nuclear engine. Separation from the boosters. Separation. Push-away rockets for stage 1. And, interesting, but why Separatrons on the main tank, though? Paranoia about strut separation. Although I do believe that if there is a decoupler between the parts that are strutted, it should automatically just break off the strut. Otherwise, this game would be an absolute nightmare. Yeah. Well, you know what? Now that we've done this, let's have it just for fun. Why not? But we are losing mass. Okay. You know what? I want my mass. Every little bit counts. We gained 4 more Delta V. Alright, let's launch. Save and launch. Here we go. Let's go to daylight. Valentina, this might be another clone of you. This might be you in spirit, but you are cleared for takeoff once again. Oh, that is a wobbly boy there with the time warp. Okay, stability control systems are online. Oh goodness, it appears there is a spheroid object approaching our vessel. Hello, Egg. Hello, Raiders. Alright, wingmates, you know what to do. Don your power armor and start shooting. We gotta repel the boarders. Don Huevo has arrived. Hi, Egg. How was Vicky 2? I was watching it in lurker mode. The rockets have been surprisingly unsuccessful. My good name has been sullied a little bit. You're just in time for the launch of what will hopefully be a functional device, or a functional rocket that does not have any phantom fuel tanks in it. Ahoy! Hello! I got crushed by Germany, then rebels kept happening. Germany is known to do that, unfortunately. That's a frequent problem with Germany. Please contact your systems administrator if Germany persists. Alright, let us begin our launch. Map, we're looking good. Ignition, I did not hit the mammoth off. There we go. Having a bit of rotation issues here. Let's level that out, and begin our lean already. Stay stable. We are hitting supersonic already. Looking good. You like the ring of rockets around the rocket. This is a testament to my rather incoherent rocket design philosophy. Okay, Okay, we are running low on liquid fuel. Let's throttle down. We are wasting so much fuel on drag. Let's begin the gravity turn. Tipping over. We are in plasma. Why are we in plasma? But we are much more stable than the triple rocket that we had. So at least I'm not careening out of control. Alright. Korolev cross. And some explosions. Full throttle. Let's take a look. Oh, no, 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 no. And of course, we drifted still. Alright, let's fix this, let's fix this. Let's go to normal orientation. Let's use RCS. Oh, anti-normal, anti-normal. Or which way is normal in this case? Oh no, this is what I wanted. All right, we're gonna manually correct this issue. Come on, let's even out that orbit. Let's even out that orbit. Let's level it out. Let's level it out. Let's level it out. Let's level. Okay, we are vaguely level. Okay, now let's go with prograde. Okay, you know what? This is fine. This is fine. We're just gonna add a maneuver at the apoapsis here, and we're gonna make our periapsis at 200 kilometers in elevation. Chat, I understand that something is happening, but I will get to that in just a jiffy. There we go. No, RCS offline, please. All right, maneuver plotted. Reaction wheels get us into position. How is my monopropellant? Oh, I have consumed far too much mono. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Whew, okay, back to the map, back to the map. How are we doing here? Alright, I have quite a bit of Delta V left in the Mammoth. This may actually be a lunar rocket, with a few tweaks and a bit of professionalism on my part. Hell yeah! F the sky. Yeah, this is the endeavors of a crazy rocket man to F the sky. What a beautiful starscape, though. The Milky Way is always a pleasure to see with naked eyes. It pains me to watch you use mouse for all of the controls that could be done with keystrokes. Yeah, I am not a keyboard-only shortcut Chad. There, I'm using my arrow keys for camera rotation. Vasoc, are you satisfied by this? Are you quite pleased? Well, you see, Vasoc, do I at least get credit for using the simulation of a trackball mouse? I am a big fan of trackballs. Let's rotate ourselves a little bit here. There we go. Stabilize that for me, please. Alright. Our burn time is a ways away, so let's speed up the simulation just a bit. It's a 22-second burn, and we have more than enough Delta V to accomplish it. So hopefully there won't be any funny surprises when this happens. Alright, so let's see if we can circularize this orbit correctly. And we may even have enough Delta V to fix our circularization issue here. Alright, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. Burn time will start at 10 seconds. We are at 40, so... At 11 seconds, we're going to kick into full thrust. More like at 12. Here we go, here we go. 20 seconds to burn. Now we are at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, full burn. Oh, the Mammoth is so satisfying to use. That absolute thrust. Okay, we are about halfway through our Delta V requirements for this orbital maneuver. Periapsis. Let's actually slow down our throttle. so that we don't overshoot. Slow down the throttle even more. Just a bit, just a bit. Periapsis is rising, periapsis is rising. And we are at around 206 kilometers of periapsis. Maneuver is complete. We can check this off. Alright, so our situation now is that we have 275 meters per second of delta V remaining. And I want to... Okay, so right now, because our orbit is larger than that of the Rodney Rendezvous, we are going slower than it at this particular part in our orbit. So the Rodney will continue to speed up relative to us. However, I'm not quite ready for a orbital intersection maneuver yet. And as you can see, my orbit's very crude in general. I definitely need to bring my... Well, one, I need to change my inclination. So, this is where it's been quite some time before I have done the calculation tools required in order to get an intercept going. So, let's lock our staging for the moment. So, Alt-L. Let's see here, orbital info, advanced orbital info. So we have a fairly low... Okay, let's see. Ejection. Oh, okay, I see. It's been a while since I've had to deal with these parameters. Okay. Let's see. Maneuver mode. Okay, so our staging is locked. That is good. That is what I like to see, because I have a tendency to hit spacebar due to playing a lot of Homeworld. Okay, so let's straighten up our orbit. This looks about where we intersect, so we want to use this point to adjust our orbital inclination. This looks like we're roughly doing what we want. Okay, the planned inclination on this side is, I think, within acceptable parameters. And it is a 59 meter per second burn, or 59 meter per second burn of delta V. So I think that will actually be acceptable. Alright, let's do this maneuver. Let's close our plot, and let us use our reaction wheels to maneuver our craft into position. Let's turn on the lights. And I know I have not mapped the lights either, and I should have used the U shortcut. Excellent, excellent. We are maneuvering into position, and our burn is still 10 minutes away, and it will literally be a little kiss. So if the burn is about 1 second right now, I'm actually going to kick up the throttle to just a hair and play it by eye using the delta V meter. I am not going to simply hit Z and go into full burn. That's just a great way to overshoot, especially with a maneuver this delicate. In theory, I could use RCS, but I will need RCS for docking, and I've already burned up a load of monopropellant, which is a darn shame. Alright, let's speed up the simulation. Here we go. Coming very close, 4 minutes away, 3 minutes away, 2 minutes away, 1 minute away. Alright, let's slow down, we're 35 seconds. Okay. We're gonna do this very carefully, and I'm sorry we don't get to see the spacecraft, but I really care much more about having a visual reference of my current orbital inclination. Alright. Preparing to throttle up, finger on the X to cut throttle as soon as we reach the correct delta V. Alright, since we're not gonna do full, let's just gently... There we go. Gently, gently, gently does it. Just a hair of throttle. Excellent. 3 hairs and some air, as Bob Kerman says. Alright, I think our inclination is right on the dot. We have 215 meters per second of delta V remaining in this stage. Alright. Let us, at periapsis, adjust our apoapsis. Let's see. We definitely don't want to match orbits yet because there is a significant desynchronization between us and our rendezvous target. So let's see what we can do here. But I definitely want to make sure, I want to get a grasp of how much delta V I will need to complete this maneuver. So let's burn retrograde, tighten up our apoapsis. That will only be 67 or so meters per second. So we actually, I think, are doing very well considering how much we have left in stage 1. Werner von Braun will be very upset with how inefficient this design is. Going hypersonic deep in Atmo and having delta V left over at stage 1. This is an abomination. Alright, let's position to maneuver. Okie dokie. So, the desync is pretty bad. I will cancel this maneuver, and I will wait till our synchronization is slightly better. So let's speed up the physics simulation. Alright, we are slower than the Rodney. The Rodney is catching up with us. I think one more orbit ought to do it. Okay, stop. Ah, we passed periapsis. You know what? Simulations are cheap. Lives are not. So let's just do another loop-de-doop. Okay, the Rodney is catching up to us. Let's slow down simulation. Not go too fast this time. Depends on where you live. That indeed. Different cultures have different value for life. That is very true. Okay, I want to focus my... No, I'm not going to focus my camera on Kerbal. Alright, let's see here. I'll allow for one more pass, I think. Alright, come on, here we go. Don't want to miss my maneuver. Alright, I think this is about as good as it'll get. And our orbit will still not be perfectly aligned, so let's add a maneuver to bring our orbit in line. Oh goodness, that is quite a bit of burn. Okie doke. There we go. We are getting very close. Very, very close. Okay, and the rest we will do with micro burns. And we'll go into rendezvous mode. Yes, set that other craft as target. Thank you. It's been a while since I've had to do a rendezvous. Okay, so target position as distance 1. Let's see here. Let's adjust this maneuver and play around with our parameters here. Okay. Here's our closest approach. Let's try a bit of eccentricity here, or radial burns. Just a touch of radial burn. Okay, I'm desperately running out of time. So this is our closest approach here. So the Rodney... You can also drag the maneuver around. That is true, I could push it a little forward. Instead of burning up periapsis. Let's not add another maneuver. Oh. Ah. Let's move the body of the maneuver. Oh, no. Okay, well, we are well past that. I wish I could have paused this. So let's, So the Rodney is rapidly catching up to us, and I have plenty of delta V, so I am willing to do a radial burn. Well, first we need to do a retrograde burn, and then we will also do a radial burn. Oh, that looks like a fairly close intersect. Separation 11 kilometers. Okay, we'll play it by ear then. We will wait till that intersect and we'll do small burns. Let's see if we can make that any better. Nope, that only makes it worse. That makes it worse. Just gentle, gentle. To you Kerbal Space Program veterans out there, what is the best way to do micro adjustments for this? I know that I can punch in here, but I would love a small increment button rather than these sliders or punching in by small increments. Okay, I think with a separation of 13 kilometers, that one is in fact 11 kilometers, so I think that is acceptable. And then we can match our velocities and then begin a slow drift together. Mass wheel is, yeah, pretty bad. Go to the next tab and adjust the slider. Or let's see, here's the intersect, orbital maneuver, orbit. Oh, graphical maneuver editor. Huh, okay, so I what increment is this using? Intersect 1, intersect 2. Okay, we are definitely improving our intersect 1 here. And we will have to match trajectories at around 2.5 kilometers. Oh, and the slider on the right. So either the pluses... Oh, the plus changes which orbit this happens on. I see. Oh, and there is the scale for adjusting. I see, I see. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you, thank you. Thank you to, Vesok and... Oh my goodness, I'm gonna mangle that. Reagan? I'm gonna assume the ones are not meant to be pronounced. They're unvoiced silent ones. Alright, let's position to maneuver. Hopefully we will have enough time. I think our stability assist system will be okay in this situation. So our closest intersect will be here at 2.5 kilometers, and at that point, we will need to figure out the best means of matching orbits with the Rodney Rendezvous. Once we are at the closest intersect, we'll need to cancel out all of the missing vectors. And I think after this burn, I may dump stage 1 because at this point it is becoming more of a liability than a benefit. Alright, let's gently begin the burn. At very low engine power. Let's drop that power down even lower. Gently, gently does it. So right now... Okay. And cut off. Just a bit more. Okay. Oh, it might have been a bit too much, in fact. Alright, let's take a look at our maneuver intersect. Okay, we're good. So our intersection to the target is currently at 15 kilometers. So what happened here? We burned a little too much, and that's what happens with space. You add a bit of velocity being tens of thousands of kilometers away, and that little bit of velocity will mess you up very significantly. Alright, so let's move on to getting ourselves to match orbits here. We need to do an intersect. Okay, so let's add a maneuver here. And our objective will be to target. So we will want to likely speed up a little bit. And where will our next intersect be? Okay, so this is where it gets a little hairy. This is where you need practice. It's figuring out the maneuver. Okay, so let's see here. All right, let's dump our stage. We only have 95 meters per second. So let's go to the craft just to watch everything be okay. Let's unlock stages. Oh, go away. And let's make sure we're at 0 throttle. Add a maneuver in front of intersect and play around with it until you get the intersect close enough for your needs. Thank you, Vasok. Yeah, I think I'll do that once I separate this engine stage. Right, carefully does it. Oh no, Vasok. Oh, I've been reading that wrong. Vaxok. Your English is excellent. I think I'm understanding pretty much everything. All right, let's do a bit of separation here. All right. Let's do some RCS forward thrust. Oh, RCS is offline. And we are separated. We have 1,119 meters per second of delta V. I think we could do a lot more than just dock with that. But we have lost a lot of mass that was holding back our maneuver. Okay. Let's go back to the map and play around with that maneuver node. Let's enable stability assist. Set Rodney Rendezvous as target. We have our closest approach here. And let's add a maneuver ahead. So let's add it right here where we are essentially the closest. Okay, perfect. So let's begin playing around with it till we can get a intersect that is decent enough. So let's use small increments here. Let's use 1 meter per second increments on this visual adjustment scale. All right, maneuver, we don't care about periapsis. What we care about is approach. We need a better intersect. So by doing this, we are currently bringing intersect 1 closer, which is exactly what we need. You can right-click the intersect, and all the values are there. So I've right-clicked on the intersect flags. Oh, and they hold, yes. So what I'm trying to do right now is to bring the separation down as much as possible. Let me actually use this slider here. Oh. And there we go. We're bringing the separation back down. But we are significantly wrecking our orbit here. I think we need to do this maneuver far ahead. So let's drag back the maneuver. All right. So our separation is increasing. Okay. Let's add a bit to the ascending node. Always a fun thing getting this intersect to do right. I think I need to start doing radial burns. And then once I am close to the target, I will then have to engage in... Okay, just a touch. Do a radial burn outward. Oh, okay, we're getting close. We're getting very close. Let's keep adjusting our radial burn vector. All right, adjusting the radial burn very slowly. Let's up the increment here. Let's go to 20 meters per second. Oh, nope, separation is dropping now. So 1.9 kilometers is fairly close. Now, I want to know which way the separation is going. It's a vertical separation, and I need to adjust my inclination to reduce that separation. So, let's drop back the scale here and thrust downward. Okay, we are bringing that intersect to within 800 meters. I think that at that point, we should be able to... All right, I think that looks good. And then at that point, we will need to match our orbit after we intersect. Because if we look right now, this dotted line, yeah, it is a little far, but unfortunately right now, I don't think I have the wherewithal to do any better. So if we look right here, our orbit after we intersect will completely mismatch that of our target. So at this point, we'll need to do a second maneuver to the from my understanding. So we have one. So let us add a maneuver around the intersect. So let's add a maneuver. And now we will want to make sure our orbit is the same as our target. So that means we will probably want a bit of prograde burn. As you can see, we are intersecting quite well. Oh, let's pull back. So now we have a radial element to our orbit. So let's play around with that. That we are actually worsening the radial element to our orbit. Let's keep adjusting the vector this way. Let's do another retrograde burn, or add to the retrograde vector for the burn. Excellent. And I think that is decent enough. We will have to, at that point, I think, use RCS, because it is eluding me. The best means of matching that orbit at this point is eluding me. But let's play around with it so that the separation is closer. I simply want to match that orbit. Okay, let's see. Maneuver, orbit. Okay. So, let's use this small scale here to adjust our intersects. So intersect 2 is future intersect. This is after maneuver 2. Oh, no, here we go. We were looking at the wrong maneuver. So looking at this, I want my intersect 2 to be more even, I think. So basically what you want to do is match velocities with the target at the closest separation point. You have to burn retro in relation to the target. Yes, that's I'm currently basically playing around with that. So second intersect should tighten up a bit. So our separation here will be 500 if we do this burn. How much? We have 2 minutes to figure out this maneuver. Okay. How's this radial burn doing? Let's burn a little retro. What's our intersect? Okay, our intersects right now for both of these future maneuver intersects are about as close as I can get them without losing my mind. They're a kilometer apart, but we'll use RCS for that. Thank you, Vaxok. Thank you for joining the convoy. I really appreciate all of the assistance you've been providing, and I will very much remember it. I hope you rest well. All right. So let's adjust to our maneuver bearing. Oh, good. Our stability is very nice right now. Right. We only need a short burn for this maneuver. For the first maneuver, that is. Okay, here we go. Maneuver 1 coming up. This is where gentle throttle control will be critical. I wanted a nice relaxing evening, but this is quite tense. Alright, I think we can begin just a gentle burn. Just a gentle burn so we don't overshoot. Acceptable, acceptable. Here we go. And 3, 2, 1. Just gonna do a little tap here. Okay, that is about as good as it'll get. Alright, what is our current separation? 1 kilometer. Let's take a look at maneuver 2. Do we need to make any adjustments to maneuver 2? So now it's maneuver 1 technically. So our separation, we will have to do some adjustments here, unfortunately. Okay, that does not help our intersect. Speeding up does, however, improve the intersection. Just gentle adjustments until we basically match orbits. We have a little bit of time, so let's make this as precise as we can. Oh, no, no radial burn. Radial burn is not what we want. We want radial inward burn. Okay, that intersect is looking good. Alright, we are getting within, if you look in the lower left, 600 meters. Okay, that is about the best we can do. Let's see. And we will need to adjust our normal burn. There we go. Let's play around a little more. Okay, 460 meters is, I think, the closest approach that I'm able to reasonably get within my current conditions. So let's set to maneuver. And at full throttle, this is a 5-second burn. So these increments on the throttle are from 100, and then we have the thirds here. And the E's are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 15ths of a throttle. So at 1/15th of throttle, we will need a burn time of 50 plus 25, 75 seconds. So we should begin at -35 and go to, 75. So we should begin at -32 and go to +32 at a very shallow burn. I think that should average out to the intercept that we want. Alright, let's take a look at our craft. Make sure everything is okay. Oh wow, Valentina is absolutely ecstatic to be doing nothing. Valentina's a good sport. I really do appreciate her company. Who's a good Kerbal? But we are not going to engage in an EVA right now. Let's see, we have 30 out of 50 units of monopropellant remaining. Ablator. That is the heat shield. That is a new statistic I have not seen before. Okay, burn time. I am not going to speed up the sim simply because I am too concerned that I will miss my burn mark. Alright, alright, alright. Let's go to the map. Hi, Niwa! Yeah, this has been taking a little longer than I expected it. Hopefully I will be able to use RCS in docking mode in order to get the actual proper alignment. I do not know, but we will see, we will see. I will do my best with RCS control. And maybe a little bit of main engine burn. Okay, so we will start our burn at 32, and we will finish our burn at positive 32. Okay. Almost there, almost there. Oh, and nice, it'll be on the light side of the planet. We're gonna get some battery charge. Although we have no need for it, I think we're already getting solar radiation on some of the panels. And we are not consuming anything, really. Okay, 1 minute till burn. Oh, and there's the separation of our target right here. Very nice, very nice. This is where it's gonna get very, very buttery. Alright, here we go, here we go. Fingers on the engine. SAS is locked. 3, 2, 1, not yet. Throttle up. There we go, just a touch of throttle. We're closing in on the Rodney. Oh, this is hot. I always let the computer handle this for me. And our estimate is vaguely on the mark. We are about done with our Delta V, so we can actually dial down just a hair, because we were at more than half our needed Delta V by the time we reached the node. Speed it up just a bit. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Yes, Pants Browner has this. She is best girl. Alright, let's dial down a little more. Want to be very careful. Very, very careful. Here we go. 2, 3, 2, 1. Da, 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 da. So just a hair. Just a hair. Okay, perfect. That is, I think, is the best alignment I've done in a long time. And separation is 600 meters at the next point. Alright, how can I pause this? Oh, okay. I have very little time to the next closest intersect. So I need to very quickly figure out how I'm going to do docking mode, or at least the other mode of targeting, because now I need to burn RCS in order to actually get myself closer to within docking distance. Spacer Vlasic Haywire, Daredevil pilot and Kerbal's finest astronaut. Doing my best here. Alright, can I pull up the wiki and pause? No, I can't. Ah, and the wiki doesn't pause anything. Alright, 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 alright. Very quickly, I'm going to pull up a document. Alright. I do not want to fail this again. Docking, possibilities for docking. The purple button, yes, I am aware, reference material, I am aware that it is the purple button. Oh no, docking mode is a little different. Okay. So, I have my target vector. So I need to start facing... I wish I could slow down the simulation. Okay, so I'm gonna face... let's just see here. Okay, so this will have me aimed at the target. Okay, so clearly we are going higher. We are drifting high, so relative to our target, let's activate RCS. We will want to go down Oh, no, no. Let's see. Turn off RCS. Which way is my alignment here? Where is the pod nose? Ah, there we go. There's the pod nose. Okay, okay, okay. Here we go. RCS back online. RCS offline. Translation, translation. Come on, come on. And we need to go towards the target, so... Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, we need to make sure our target velocity... You want to kill target velocity by burning retrograde. Alright, let's see. Let's burn here just a bit. Oh boy, oh boy. I'm gonna pause here for a second and get my bearings about me. Should kill relative speed ASAP so you don't drift away over time. Yeah, that's what I am attempting to do right now, but I'm having a moment with some of the alignment here. So I am currently aligning myself target. I want to be aligned retrograde, but right now I also am unfortunately swinging away. So let's burn retrograde. Burn retrograde. Okay. Ooh, here we go, here we go. Let's see how quickly we can align to retrograde. Do a little burn here. Okay, we've swung around. Now we are not at dead zero. Let's use RCS and burn backwards. To target, we are relative at 6 meters per second right now. Let's keep adjusting that. I hope I don't run out of mono. Come on, come on, come on. Behave, 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 behave. 1 meter per second relative. Okay, we've actually... Okay, we are drifting, but slowly. Okay, let's align to target. Nope, RCS off. We do not want to waste that. Right, now we are in dead alignment. Oxygen, thank you for the tip. I am running on low energy here. Bill Kicky, hello there. Oh, sorry, I am currently having difficulties reading names. Okay, we are dropping our distance very slowly. I think I can... Okay, let's check our mono levels. Oh, we are down to 15 units of mono. I am seriously considering dumping this engine here, because this is a lot of mass. However, this is a collision hazard now, because there is a slight velocity relative to the target probe. But you know what? A gentle collision is no big deal. Let's risk it. Okay, we're gonna power down this engine so that we don't make any horrid mistakes, and we will blow our coupler. Oh, I hope this is not a bad choice. Stability system. Back to map. We need to make... No, no, no. Make it our target. We need to stage lock again. Oh, come on. Come on. Stop this. Stop this. Ah, please. There we go. Okay. Now we have a lot less mass, so our RCS should be significantly more effective. Perfect, perfect. Okay, let's aim target. We are getting close. We are getting close. So the target's velocity is not exactly the way we want it to be. Okay, so the target's prograde here. Okay, this is something I'm blanking on. Is this the prograde of the target? I think it is. I am not rescuing, I am just docking. So I want to make sure... Alright, let me do some thrusting here. No prograde over your craft. Understood. So I'm aimed in target mode. Okay, so that faint prograde marker is prograde of the target at the moment. Oh, no. Forward is what we want to burn. Alright, we are approaching at 1 meter per second. We are slightly drifting. Let me turn off stability assist. Alright, we are getting close. We are getting close. Is my primary engine online? Fuel throw. Status off. Ah, it is not active. Let's activate it just in case. Alright, so we are drifting this way. Let's turn off stability assist. And do a little bit of thrusting. Translation. No, we need stability assist again. Let's remain relative to target. Docking, you should set docking port as a target. Understood. Okay, I do want to get a little bit closer, and I think can begin a maneuver for that. RCS online. Where is that? Oh, there's the prograde. I'm bouncing it around. Okay. Okay. Aligning the prograde with that. I think this is starting to come back to me. Okay, we're within 100 meters. Within 100 meters, good. I will not set that as target yet. I'm gonna get within, say, 50 meters and then neutralize my velocity so I'm drifting gently. And considering my monopropellant, I think I may actually switch modes to the Rodney and then rotate it around to face the correct orientation. Since the two ships are currently... The Rodney has far more monopropellant. Oh, this is rather tense. Alright, N is what I want to press. There we go. Gently does it. Let's play around with our relative velocities. Thank you, Bill Kiki. I am certainly enjoying this rare moment of... Oh, I'm gonna hit the solar panel. Oh, okay. Oh. I wish there was a neutralize velocity button, but I'm afraid we're gonna have to do this manually. Okay, that is about as close as I can get it manually. Let's turn off RCS before I hit the wrong key. Oh! Wow! Okay. If you do not mind, I'm gonna take a moment here to stretch my spinal column. Wow, okay. First rendezvous is always the most stressful one. Real streamers don't do the tutorial, even though they haven't done this in quite some time. That's really how you know you're a pro, when you have your wonderful wingmates helping you out as you're scrambling to figure out how not to ram. Look at your overlay. Well, I see Valentina absolutely ecstatic. Did I put something yab on my overlay? Oh, Valentina. All right, let's set this as the target. And let's go to docking mode, which I hardly understand. Control mode, linear rotation. Okay. So. My stage locked. Let me just quickly check that before I do anything else. I am stage locked. Good, good, good. Yeah, but they're ecstatic when things are blowing up too. The Kerbals just have a very, very good attitude. Okay, so I should also open up the Clampotron. Let's see, so where is the remote guidance unit? Okay, let's go to the map. So let's go to the tracking station. Yeah, absolutely. The Kerbals really add a touch of sentience to this. It's really fantastic. All right, so here's our probe. And we should see our little friend, our visitor. So, let us open the shield of the Clampotron and protect the remaining Clampotrons. Okay, so our docking target is now open. And I could be cheap. Oh, press left square bracket. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, the keyboard shortcuts are still not 100% for me. Okay, I'm gonna set the center mass. No, I can't set the center mass as a target. Well, I guess I can by just setting the entire craft as the target. All right, so. Oh, let's lock staging again. Right, docking mode. So docking mode gives us control over rotation. So what I want to do is I want to translate over. All right, let's steady that out. Okay, so I want to translate over here, stop myself, go up, rotate over, and align myself for a docking operation. Okay, let's engage RCS. Oh. Yes, locked camera would be optimal in this situation, I think. If I can remember how to use the camera controls. C button. No. Okay. I'm not above this. Let's see here. Controls. Map and time, camera, general controls, screenshot, etc. Toggle UI, map and time, flight directions, general flight, docking mode. Let's just take a look at docking mode 2. V? Ah, been a while for you too. Let's see here. We have translate mode. As that's what we're using right now. Okay, we want mouse in flight, the mouse in construction. Career locations. I'm just gonna go through these. Let's see, flight time, numpad, general flight. Flight activities. Ah, V, yes, you are quite right. And cycle through active ships. Toggle IVA external view. Okay, so that's in vehicle view, and that's external view, which is what I tried using C for camera for. Toggle stability, set staging flight mode, invert SAS state while held. Set docking flight mode, okay. Fly brakes, alright, we don't care about that. Alright, let's go to lock mode, so V. Camera free, camera orbital, camera chase, camera locked. Right, now we are aligned to our cockpit. This is a bit dark, but that's okay. Are you using compatible docking ports? Well, I have the Clampotron Junior. Oh no. Let's see, so this is a Clampotron docking port Junior. Is that... And I'm using a... Clampotron. That is a problem. I did not put any Juniors on this module. Oh, Junior will dock to Junior, but will it dock to non-Junior Clampotron? Well, let's see here. Looking that up real quick. Yeah, I think I may have to use the grapple here. The advanced grabbing unit. Okay, well, it's a good thing the advanced grabbing units were part of the design, because otherwise this would be an unmitigated disaster. So let's arm the grabbing unit. Ugh, this is so crude, but better than nothing. And let's go back. Let's go back here. Where is our orientation? Good, good. Alright, so our target is going to be this. Oh, won't let me set the advanced unit as a target. Well, that's fine. Oh, I'm in rotational mode. That's why. I'm not in translational mode. No wonder I'm freaking out here. Alright, let's get realigned using... Alright, there we go. Right, best of our abilities here. Let's switch modes to linear. RCS online. Alright, let's slowly drift into position. Slowly, slowly, slowly. To pull back, we are way too close. Let's cancel our vertical a bit. Kill that vertical velocity. Oh, is our this velocity? Let's add a little this way. Kill it. Bit of forward. Okay, we need rotation. It's a bit manual, but I think it's acceptable. So we engage our CS again. Okay, we are drifting down. RCS online. Okay, we are in alignment with the grapple. Oh, this darkness is a problem. Okay, okay, here we go. Kill our vertical component. Let's add a little forward component. I should have put more spotlights on this. How are we doing here? Slow down a little. Okay, here we go. With the Milky Way as a background. Kill our velocity. Alignment is acceptable. Horizontal alignment is not acceptable. All right, let's adjust our rotation. We've drifted off a little bit. Oh, that's right, we're not using stability assist. Oh, okay, we are very close to accomplishing our objective. Let's get that leveled off. Switch back, activate RCS, pull back a little. Go up. A little forward. Translate a little bit. Kill our vertical component. Forward component. Kill more vertical. We are almost there. Almost there. All of these efforts, all of these explosions, all of this trouble will hopefully culminate now. And they are linked! That is now one spacecraft. There we go. There we go. Finally. It's been years. Let's shut down the engine. Oh. All right. At long last, at long last. How much monopropellant does this have left? No monopropellant in the secondary tanks. And the capsule only has 2.25 units of mono. I mean, we won't need much because at this point, everything we will do will be deorbiting. But there we go. Wow. Thank you everyone for all the tips, tricks, and hints and support. Because this took a little while to say the least. But I think I understand the principle once again. Let's go to the sunward side so we can actually see what we've accomplished. Let's look at the map. And we can watch the beautiful sunrise. Ah, fantastic. All right, let's reduce the simulation. Okay, it's a little bit off. It's a little bit off. Hopefully, it doesn't rip off during re-entry. I will not be re-entering with the space station. The only re-entry I'll be doing is with the command module here. And I think I need to transfer some monopropellant just to be safe. Ilkichi, yeah, thank you for the thought, but I do not have any sort of monetization enabled. But I do appreciate the idea. I don't even have a bot. Not that I don't want a bot, but I find Streamlabs to be a little bit invasive, so I intend to have my own setup for that. Oh no. Just I'm just recalcitrant, and the whole money thing is its own special thing to think about. Alright, I'm going to take a screenshot of this, and then I will deorbit and call it good. The deorbiting should be fairly trivial. Let's see here. Let us take a photo, so let's turn off the HUD. Alright. Perfect. Photo taken. Alright, let's get the HUD back on. Alright, so with our visit to the station complete, I believe, let's get some monopropellant into this vessel. Well, Niwa, now that you've brought it up, I am not sure if I will be doing affiliate. I'm not sure because I do technically qualify it for it. I'll give a follow then to celebrate the docking. Well, thank you. That is most appreciated. Let me see here. Let me do a transfer. I always forget how to do a transfer. Do I have to? Oh, let's get out of docking mode. Let's lock staging. And turn off RCS. There we go, there we go. Well, it's not that I'm humble, it's that, like, don't get me wrong, I am an individual who understands the value of money. Running an independent courier ship, you absolutely need to, keep track of your finances. However, to me, this is a hobby, and I don't want to make that hobby a job for myself, at least not at the moment. And all of these things I'm saying are, of course, transient. They may change over time, but at the moment, it's just you know, I'm enjoying my time. I don't want to have people, you know, subscribe or give bits if and then me not to how shall I put it, not deliver on that, because my ability to I suppose put out content may change rapidly as time goes on, and I don't want to go, you know, from streaming very frequently to only being able to do it once or twice a week due to, you know, delivery runs and being out of jump net range. So I think, you know, so that I don't, you know, lead anyone on or anything like that, and as much as I would love some emotes, I know that I could do some better BTTV emotes, but that is that's all in good time. But yeah, it's for the time being, I think I'm okay. I'm okay with some of the limitations in this, just as I am okay with my current setup and the like. All right, let's transfer some monopropellant before I forget. All right, so that's RCS fuel tank. Let's see here. Okay. I forgot how to transfer propellants. Let's see here. The clicking. I'd say just get it. So when you keep the affiliate for when you actually have more time, that is a good point. It's definitely a factor in sort of this financial situation with Twitch and all of that, and the, you know, ease of use. Shift click modules. Yeah, the key commands are definitely. All right, let's see here. That's RCS fuel tank. Transfer. Oh, I can't transfer her. Let's see, so here I am selecting the monopropellant tank. You might not need an ATM, but who knows later on. That is definitely a good point. Like, right-click on one of the monopropellant tanks, hold down Control, and right-click on another. Oh, okay. So here is my mono tank. I have right-clicked on the mono tank. I will now hit Control and right-click on another. Oh, okay, so it is just transfer. Select the part to transfer. Oh, transfer her. Okay, no. That is not correct. That is not correct. Okay, so let's try this again. Oh, I see. It's treating it like a crew tank. You might need to upgrade your transport ship a little. Some medical insurance stuff. Maybe a charity event you want to dump support from peeps on. There's always a thing, but I won't preach to it about you. It's all spacers. It's all spacers. Spacing decisions. Oh, say that 10 times fast. Yeah, it's I definitely understand your point, and I've gone through all of that now and then, but I will have to think about it some more. I will definitely have to think about it some more. But for the time being, I am certainly enjoying my time here. Except for this inability to transfer monopropellant. Because I remember this was definitely somewhat trivial back in the day. Right click on one tank and alt right click on the other. Oh, might be alt. Alright, we have that. You still just won't let me... Oh, can the claw not transfer? Let's see here. Release, control from here, free pivot, disarm. Okay, well, you know what? We have more than enough to deorbit. I'll have to figure out the monopropellant later. I've spent enough time on this. So let us release the ship, switch to it. Oh, that's the station. Oop. Let's rearm this just for future's sake. So, disarm. There we go. Excellent. Alright, we are now... With our remaining monopropellant, let's go into docking mode. And let us enable RCS and get out of the path of our friend here. Alright, that was a good visit to the station. We completely failed to transfer any fuel, but that is more than okay. So now that we are clear for our retrograde burn, let's switch away from docking mode. Go to maneuver mode. Let's look at the map. Let's turn off RCS and aim retrograde. Alright, so now that we are aimed retrograde, we have 1000 Delta V. We could do a lot with that, but what we're gonna do is land on the planet. Where is our landing site? But we'll just splash down anywhere. Let's do a maneuver that puts us on the ground and not in the drink. Let's do not a very steep. Okay, I need to look up where the planet's atmosphere begins. So, let's see here. Locations, celestial bodies, Kerbal. Oh, does it not have the values for Kerbal? 80 kilometers, okay. Because I definitely don't want to do too steep of a descent. Science experiments. Okay, so they don't have it in the wiki. Unless there is a tab that I'm missing here. I think there is. There's some kind of astronomic bodies tab. Auto lock. Well, that's okay. We'll just guess we'll go with 80. So periapsis is at 40. Let's actually reduce that. Let's go with around 60 or so, or maybe 70, 75. Periapsis will be at 75. We'll try that. There we go. Alright, and that is a 10-second burn. We have more than enough fuel for this. This is more of a lunar craft, it seems. Alright, maneuver is ready. Let's align to maneuver. Let's accelerate the time. Move our physics simulation. Okay, let's leave the physics simulation so that we can actually maneuver the way we need to. Okay, here we go. Very short burn time, and we can go full throttle on this. This is not a precision maneuver that we're doing. And we can watch the maneuver actually happen. Alright, here we go. Preparing to throttle up. Just a little bit faster. We will start the burn at 5 seconds. Well, we'll just burn a little more. We can watch the periapsis drop on the orbital bar here in the left. Alright, let's start the burn. Oh, our engine's offline. Periapsis is dropping like a rock. Let's dial that down. And we are at 70. 68, actually. That's fine. So this is still technically in orbit. Well, that should slow us down enough. It's a very shallow descent. Well, let's keep accelerating. Oh, what an impact crater here. Or a caldera, perhaps. Right. When we see that our periapsis begins dropping, we will know that we are hitting atmospheric drag. Okay, we are beginning to hit atmo. I do not want to have a steeper descent path, unfortunately. Okay, let's keep it like that. Here we go, here we go. Now let's burn retro again. Where's my retrograde? At this point, I just want to get down on the ground. Let's do a burn and hit. There we go. Okay, we are definitely hitting atmo now. Oh. A shame that we are in the dark side. So I think this should be enough. Let's cancel all these nodes. I think 40 kilometers is definitely air drag. Let's accelerate. Time warp, time warp, time warp. Oh, wow, Valentina is so excited right now. What is my current altitude? My orbital velocity is increasing because I am approaching periapsis, but my periapsis is dropping like a rock. Okay, so we are doing something right for this re-entry burn. Okay, we should be good. Let's separate stages. So I want to unlock my staging, Alt-L. And we are separated. Alright, let's take a look at our ablator resource. Let's turn off stability assist, or let's turn off stability assist. Let's just let the aerodynamic nature of this capsule... Oh, no. Okay, we need stability assist. Go retrograde. Oh, no. Oh, totally the wrong way. There we go. I am so sorry, Valentina. You did not deserve that. Alright, how are we doing here? Alright, we're holding together. Orbital velocity is dropping. Let's take a look at our orbital parameters. Oh yes, we are very much in the midst of re-entry. Which way did we flip around here? Oh yes, we rotated over. I'm in locked camera mode. Okay, so, from my understanding, you tend to use the aerodynamic shape of a capsule as a lifting body. So by angling it slightly, we are able to change our lift parameters. Now, one thing I'm not concretely sure is if Kerbal Space Program does actually model those aerodynamic properties. Oh, that heat shield is definitely much better than just having the capsule bear the heat alone. And it's holding quite well, too. Could have taken a much steeper ballistic re-entry. Oh my. Over 2,000 meters per second. I am really glad we have that ablator. Oh. Oh, to be a burning meteor in the dark night sky. Valentina, how are you so calm in this situation? Altitude, 32 kilometers. This is far too gentle of an approach. I really should have just dived. "29 kilometers. Oh, sea level versus terrain. Okay. Been a while since I've clicked that button. What is the status here? Safe to deploy. Very much unsafe. I understand that. Alright, we are at 20 kilometers. Deploy mode, when safe. Yes, that is exactly what we want. When risky, immediate, when safe. Yes. Alright. I'm gonna turn off SAS. And just let the capsule bobble around helplessly. 14 kilometers. And dropping. We are almost home. Yeah, Valentina, that's right. Do a little dance. Wow. We are alone in the dark. There are no lights on Kerbal. There is no civilization besides the spaceport. Okay, it is safe to deploy the chutes. We are 8 kilometers. Let's wait till the speed drops a little bit more. Let's pop them at 5K. We are no longer supersonic. Here we go, here we go. Pop the chutes. Let's hope that slows us down. 100 meters per second. I was cutting a little close there. 1 kilometer, and we are still... Oh, there we go, full deployment. 700 meters from the ground, and we are go. Let's time warp that. Oh! Valentina? You did it! You survived the launch, which is already an accomplishment in and of itself. You rendezvoused, which is its own thing. You've been thinking about starting a career mode without loading saves. You'd okay if you'll succeed without going bankrupt, though. Yeah, that's why I'm playing Sandbox right now. But the science aspect of it does seem very fascinating, especially with the DLC that they have. I would like to look into that, but first I need to get better at actually just maneuvering without, you know, without having my craft explode on me. Alright, next step, Sea Dragon. There we go, splashdown. Good job, Valentina. You have survived. Let's go to the tracking station. Ah, you've never done Sandbox, only career. And you use your quick saves. Wow, that's actually pretty impressive. I spent quite a bit of time working with Sandbox, just understanding what designs are absurd and what's not. As you can see, I've lost a lot of that particular skill set. Alright, we have splashed down one of our capsules, so that means we can actually recover it. And now, Valentina Kerman is alive and safe, but we don't get any reputation since this isn't career mode. And we don't recover anything else because, once again, this is Sandbox. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that was a, there's a lot of disaster involved there, but at the same time, that was a pretty good success, I think, at the end of the day. I accomplished what I set out to do for the evening. So let me shut down KSP, and then we can go to the chat screen. Thank you, KSP, for the good time. Power this down, free up some RAM. Bye, little Kerbals. Ah, there we go, there we go. Well, that was something else. I have forgotten a lot about my docking, so this was a good reminder that I am not above practice, practice, and more practice. And of course, I am not above taking advice. So thank you all for helping me out when I was stuck on the various stages. The orbital rendezvous was definitely something that once you get it, but it does take a little fiddling, and it's not quite as intuitive as one would hope. I'm sure to many veteran KSP players here, that is something they may not have to think about as much. But for someone who has been away for it for a while, you know how it goes. Oh, Alaric, lurking. Thank you for stopping by. Okay. Well, I'm quite low on energy, so I don't think I will have the wherewithal to continue onward. So I will wrap this up. It's been quite a long stream for me. Oh, Gail, you were here too. I'm glad you could stop by. Bill Kicky, yeah, of course. I'm here to do what I can, and thank you for all of the tips. It is much appreciated. Hello, Airy Pie. Yeah, thank you for also joining the convoy. we had people with their IFF beacons offline, which is more than acceptable. I do the same a lot. All right, well, let me see who is available for a raid, and also, if you're looking for a raid, this Aussie is playing Devil May Cry 5. Ah, Baka Mitai. Hi there, Oxide. Yes, the lurkers. Now that the ship is sinking. Oh, you didn't even know it had auto struts. Well, I didn't either till my first session a few days ago. Or I guess a week ago at this point. And some lurkers don't come out to say goodnight either, but that's very understandable. I totally don't mind. I spent many a night just not even having an account and just looking at things. Okay, let me take a look. I think Baka Mitai might be the target, but I'm just gonna, obtain some data. Yes, I think so. Let me find his channel. Alright, let's see here. Baka Mitai AU. Ah, Nero Dante, son of Sparta. Ooh, that's I could barely play that on anything less. Or on anything, even lesser difficulties would rip me apart. Ah, hello, Paperbag. Thank you for stopping by. Much appreciated. Of course, Croaker. You're always everyone's welcome here, including you. Not to single you out. That was a bit of a mistransmission there. All right. Yes, Niwa. Bakamitai. Dame dane. Dame o dane na na na. All right. And let's go to our credit screen. Let's just skip the end screen. I'm already shutting down the feeds. All right. Well, let's see if we have any new followers. I don't do the alert, but I will thank the new wingmates. Reagan, thank you for joining the flotilla. Your support is appreciated. Bill Kicky, thanks for the fire support. You did quite well today. And Egg rated us a little bit earlier. Well, quite a ways earlier. So, Egg, if you're still around, but you probably are not, because sleep is important. Thank you for sending an attack party. I believe let's see here, Princess Beauty 65. Yes, Thank you for joining the flotilla. Your added firepower will be much appreciated in the days to come. And Zensei also raided fairly early on, so Zensei, thank you very much for that. Alright. And with that, I think we can begin firing off the raid. Here we go, /raid. /raid. There we are. Preparing our assault craft for jump. And let me get the raid message out. That was what I wanted to put in a reminder, yes. So here is a cheeky little raid message. Feel free to use it, feel free to not. Feel free to not raid at all. Absolutely no pressure on that. But thank you everyone for joining me tonight. This was a bit later than my usual time, and it also ran longer than I usually go for. So it is quite an hour for many of you. Comfy rocketry hours, yes. And now I have some art reps that I need to attend to for a certain event. Well, thank you everyone. I hope that your jump calculations are accurate, that your propellant tanks remain topped off, and that you fly safe as always. Thank you for stopping by, and good luck on the raid. Here we go.